Hi, I'm Michelle Pock, and I believe that the world needs more happy Agile coaches. Even though there's been a lot of difficulty over the last year, layoffs, tough job market, I still believe that the work that we do as coaches is incredibly valuable and has a lot to offer to the world and to the organizations that we serve. One thing that I think is getting in our way, though, as a community, is starting to freak out about, am I providing values? What I'm doing useful to the company? If my name gets put on a list, how am I going to prove that what I have to offer is just as valuable as something that someone else is doing? And part of this thinking gets us into a little bit of a spiral that actually prevents us from doing great work. So today I'm going to be sharing a little bit about how to interrupt that cycle and do some things proactively to prevent you from getting in your own way of doing all the great things that you've already been doing. In our last video, we talked about the relationship between our impact, so the effect that we're having on others, and how our presence can often dictate whether we're providing value or perceived value to others. The thing that influences our presence is our perspective and how we enter those conversations. So today we're going to keep moving the chain back and going from we want to enter our conversations, our meetings, our team engagement with a powerful presence. What do we need to do to ensure that our perspective ahead of time allows for that to come naturally forward? So I'm going to share with you some things that I've learned through my own coaching practice and from studying the psychology that hopefully will be helpful to you. So one very easy way to begin with this is to know that your perspective is changeable and it's something that you can control. So you might feel like, oh, I'm just in a bad mood and I can't do anything about that. The way that we think about situations, events, what we're going to experience will influence our feelings. Our feelings influence our behavior and how we react towards others. And so this is something we can certainly intervene with on our own. One way that we can do this is by seeding our own environment and our own mindset with some positive emotions. So if you're concerned that you're going to have a bad attitude going into a meeting because you've had a lot of difficulty with a certain team, you're experiencing resistance to change, or maybe there's a leader who never listens to what you have to say, try to stop the immediate thinking of, there's nothing I have that can be of value to this group. They've already decided that they don't want my help. And spend a little time working on your own mindset ahead of that conversation or call. So one way to do this is to think about generating some positive emotions for yourself ahead of that call. And this can be through something that has nothing to do with Agile or with the work that you're doing. So what's a 2-minute or 3-minute, even 1-minute thing that you can do to help you experience something like joy, curiosity, amusement, serenity, hope, gratitude? Any one of these positive emotions will start to open up a little bit of your perspective, and you might see some more options and possibilities when you're in that conversation than you did before. So one thing that I like to do in the morning before I start my day is to get a little dopamine hit from some positive emotions by doing things that I enjoy. One of them is very simple. It takes just a couple of minutes, if even that. But I take one of my favorite books and I flip to a page and I see what it has to share with me. So this is what I find really useful for my Agile coaching work. It's the Parents Tao Te Ching. A lot of this is about parenting, but I think it applies often when we're coaching leaders and teams. So if I just flip to a random page, I find, okay, what do I have? What do I have here today? Oh, this one is have confidence. So I'll just read this to you as an example, see what happens for you when I'm reading these words. The confident parent is not the one who knows how to parent in every situation. The confident parent is the one who knows that knowledge will emerge in the midst of the situation. So if I take a little moment to think about that for myself and center myself in this confidence that when the moment arrives, I'll know what to do, which is very much aligned with our Agile training, come to think of it, then I can relax a little bit into the conversation be open to perceiving what's actually happening, and flexibly respond in the moment. And isn't that what our work is all about? So if you're having trouble in your conversations, feeling like you're stuck in a certain kind of interaction or pattern, think about presence and thinking about perspective and finding a way to generate some positive emotions before you begin the conversation. If this has been intriguing to you, we've got a workshop coming up on Friday, January 26th, where we're going to be building a roadmap for making an impact in 2024. So if you'd like to spend a little bit of time exploring how some thinking from positive psychology could help you make the kind of impact you want in your coaching work in this year, come and join us. It's a 90-minute workshop. We're going to be going through really specifically, how can you apply some of these ideas to your day-to-day life? We're going to build a little sprint plan and some experiments based around that together. So I hope to see you there. I'll put a link to the event in the chat for you to register. And let me know what you think about this. Put a comment, send me an email. I'd love to hear what you think about what I'm sharing today.